think they you having a good morning? I'm having a good morning. Tip top of the morning to you. Contemplative, Paul. Yeah. All the way up in my head. That's okay. That's where I belong. That's where I live. Nope. Just thoughtful. Not upset. Feeling fine. Ish. You know, as fine as can be. I'm okay today. Better than I was the last couple of days. I was in kind of a funk the last like 3 days, bro. And I feel like the funk has lifted a little bit today, which is good. Trying to get the dude. It's just randomly assigned. You know this. Random ass bullshit. Trying to community build on an app that they've like allowed to become completely and utterly overrun with morons. Yeah, pineapples grow under the ground, right? I'm good. Yeah, I'm good. I saw another piece of wildlife last night. Super late at night. I was out here. I came out at like 3:30 in the morning. Totally dark back here. And my opening the sliding glass door disturbed something. And when I flicked the lights on, I saw him run. Got like an actual bobcat. Not a stray cat, like a bobcat. Pretty fucking awesome. Yeah, shit does get wild in the woods. Now everything's fine. I mean, the bobcat wasn't trying to do nothing to me. But I just think it's crazy that he's out there. You know what I mean? Nope. Sure. Here is the porch view as requested. I'll give you a view of the whole kind of backyard area and stuff. Thanks, $5. Sasquatch territory. Yeah. Yeah. I'm the proof of that. GeoGuessr engaged. Doot, 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 doot. That's a me. Watching while you wait for your bus. That's cool, Spino. That's cool. Remember you? Sorry, player. I don't. Some of these people are wild, bro. Gabe Newman. Dude. If you don't even know the dude's name, you can't use it as a joke. What up, big dog? What up, little dog? What up, tiny dog? Itty bitty dog? I'm gonna start doing that. I'm gonna start doing that. If a motherfucker can point out that I'm big, I'm gonna start pointing out when motherfuckers are itty bitty. Hey, what's up, big man? What's up, little man? Don't worry about it. Mine wasn't an insult either. I'm just calling it like it is, you know? How's the wifey? Yeah, everything's great, man. Living the dream. Living the dream. What is the dream? Let's see. I live deep in the woods. I'm married, no kids, self-employed, with creative business, and just strength to strength, man. I think that's pretty good. I think I'm doing all right. I think that makes me pass muster. fish in one hand and shit in the other, and see which one fills up first. How's business? Business is good. I mean, business is always what you make it in my business. So that's kind of the fun part about it. Yeah, I done chicken and waffles. It ain't my favorite fucking way to go, but I've done it. Yeah. Yeah, no, they're all right. There's a place in LA. I fucking cannot remember the name of it off top. But it's pretty famous chicken and waffle joint, and that's the last time I had it. Was the last time I was in LA for more than a day, which was the last LA meetup years ago. Oh no, that's not true. So we went for dank D&D as well. I don't fucking know, dude. My memory's not reliable anymore. I have no idea what caused that. Birds are debating. Yeah, they're arguing about something. They got something going on up there. Crazy little birds. Crazy little birdies. Hundred men versus one gorilla. Gorilla wins. Yeah. There's a couple bird nests in here. Got to keep a habitat. What's up? Just chilling, bro. That owl family the other night was awesome. That was dope. At the owl family last night, and then I saw a big ass bobcat at like 3:30 in the morning out here in the dead of night. He was big. He was like dinosaur sized bobcat. So he was a big boy. So we have a dinosaur sized raccoon that lives up in the trees. And we've got a dinosaur sized bobcat that hunts around here. Something tells me that we're not going to need to do like rodent control. I think we've got a family of owls that lives up in the tall tree here. We've got a bobcat, and we've got a big giant raccoon. I have not seen, well, I saw a deer around this area on the side of the road. That's the only deer that I've seen. I've yet to see a deer like roam through here. But I've been told that it happens, so that's kind of cool. You got a fawn in your garage. Yeah, that shit happens. Keep him away from the bobcat. Yeah, I don't think the bobcat wants to have anything to do with him. And I know the raccoon don't want a piece. there moose in Washington? Uh, yes, it is possible. I'm pretty close to the Canadian border where I'm at, so yeah. I mean, I guess a moose is not utterly and completely out of the wheelhouse out here. But I ain't seen no deer. I ain't seen no moose. I haven't seen a bear. Because black bears are another possibility up this way. But I have yet to see anything that size out here. Large bear population? Relatively speaking. Sounds about right. Could I fight a black bear with your bare hands? Probably not. Nope, I ain't seen no beavers. I don't know. I feel like if you boop the snoot hard enough, the black bear might go away. Like if you give him a good old boop on his snoot. Hey, you. Get out of here. Give him the old snoot boop. Turn around, you. Bear just kind of like, "Grrr." That's right. Get out of here. I'll boop his snoot. You better believe it. Huh, D? Isn't that true, D? That I'll boop a snoot? You know because you've received it. I'll boop your snoot. Wanna go inside, D? Wanna go inside? Get comfy on the couch. You gonna get comfy on the couch. No, I'd beat Mike Tyson in his prime. I'd beat him up. Whoop his ass. Give him the ass whooping he's had coming all these years. That's right. Before you laugh at me, I won the tournament of badasses, okay? Official. If you fall on him, maybe. Hey, a win's a win's a win, bitch. You want to get into the particulars, you know, everybody can be a Monday morning quarterback, but a win is a win, baby. I'm a Raiders fan. You should know that. Just win, baby. Doesn't matter how. Doesn't matter at what cost. Just win. Can I goon to you? You can try. Who's the man behind me? Oh, he's just the the faceless man of the forest. Don't worry about him. He'll sneak up on you and slit your throat, etc., etc., etc. Marijuana, bro. Autocorrect. I'm gonna teach this chat about this new technology that's out. It's called autocorrect. So do you know, like when you type some shit and you spelled pretty much every other word wrong and you look retarded, there's this thing called autocorrect. And it makes it look like you got a fucking brain in your head because it like changes the wrong words to the right words. You see? And then when you hit enter, you don't immediately get banned because you look like a retard. You guys should try it. You guys should try it. It's this brand new thing. You don't even have to like read like most people do to learn how to spell and use grammar and stuff. It'll actually like mask how fucking retarded you are. It'll like cover up how retarded you are. So people like me won't know immediately. What do you think about that? You like that? It's a brave new world out there. It used to be real hard to be stupid on the internet. But now all you have to do is turn on the autocorrect. Some of you haven't figured that out yet because you're just like deliberately misspelling shit, it seems. But if you just, yeah, you just turn on the autocorrect. Yeah, you know what? Sometimes the autocorrect ain't perfect. But I think it would help in this case. I think it would help a lot in this place. It must feel bad to get filtered out by YouTube, then banned, so Paul never sees your dumbass comments. Yeah, that has to feel fucking bad. Autocorrect sometimes mess up everything, but dumb human always mess up everything. See? Autocorrect not perfect, but better than dumb human. Didn't used to be that way. Autocorrect used to be something you'd probably want to turn off because, you know a little bit about grammar and you want to make sure that it doesn't incorrectly correct you. But nobody in this chat, as far as I can tell, other than a few of you, have any right. It needs to go on. Trust me, any mistake that it's going to make is going to look smarter than the dumbass mistakes you're making every time you post. I'm just trying to help you, bro. If you're looking around and watching people get banned left and right, that's why. It's because if you're too dumb to turn on autocorrect, you're way too fucking dumb to be in here. Way too. On Phonam Grave, you need my help? All right. Bet. How can I help you, kid? On Phonam Grave. I put it on Phonam. For real. You fuck with me for real? Damn, homie. That's high praise from you youngsters. You don't just fuck with me, you fuck with me for real. That's high praise from you youngsters, dude. I know all the lingo and shit, no cap. What kind of degrees do I have? Can you guess? Just looking at me, what kind of degree do I have? A lot of people can't guess. No degree. Yep, that's the truth. Actually, I run a little cold. That's some info about me. I run a little cold. 98.6 is a fever for me. All right. First degree sunburns at the beach. Yeah. Yeah. No, dude, I'm a two, well, I guess three now time college dropout. College dropouts represent, bro. Do you live in the woods? Yes. You look like you can tell me all about World War II. Bro, I could tell you a couple of things about it, but probably not all about it. I could probably tell you a couple of things. The tards get real upset when you call. I know, because it's something that they know makes them look stupid as fuck. You know what I mean? But they can't really help it because they never learned. It just points out that they shouldn't be trying to interact in this medium because it's immediate. Like you can't hide how stupid you are here unless you turn on the. I'm trying to help them. Unless you turn on the autocorrect. But I think you need one step more than autocorrect. You should probably get like Grammarly, which will like analyze the whole sentence before you post it just to make sure it makes fucking sense. Yeah. That would be the recommendation. And that's free, dude. Grammarly is free. You just tried to hide how smart I am so I can fit in better. I don't think you need to put on the ruse anymore, bro. I think you're among your peers. Like a drifter in the dark, seeking out what isn't there. Dude, Midnight Ghoul was made for this. Cold-blooded killer, stone cold. My name is Paul. Oh, hello, pal. What came first, the chicken or the egg? Neither. The self-replicating cell came first, friend. Duh. There can be no chicken or egg without the self-replicating cell. Please don't. Please don't clone yourself. One of you is more than enough. Look how woe-begotten. Hold up. Oh, man. Ghoul got him. I was like, dude, I want to check this, dude. That fucking comment was literally gibberish. It was literally, like, I'm not trying to be mean, but you know when a tarded person, like, goes... It was that. It was that in comment form. That was wild. 1 to 10, how self-aware of you? That's better. Good. At least you corrected it. At least you fucking corrected it. I think I'm fucking like at least 12 or 13 shades more self-aware than most of this chat. That's what I would say. I've never seen that one. I can't even remember what it was now because it was so flabbergasting. But that one I might have been shrined to that one. I might have modded that dude because I think that may have been the most woe-begotten comment yet. Hey there, sweetheart. How are you? I'm okay. You know, typical morning ideology. D, you wouldn't go after no bobcat, would you? You have some sort of self-preservation instincts, right? Like minor though they may be.
I think you just need to turn the light on so that it's not even tempted to get up close.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, he wasn't like up on the deck or nothing. He was down there. And I want him around, you know? Like, I want that because he's not trying to get in the house, a bobcat. He's trying to fucking go up next to the house and get the moles and rats and mices. I like that I saw his little butt around here. We have the best natural pest control plan. They should advertise it. Family of great horned owls lives in giant tree in backyard. Massive, oversized, double chunky raccoon lives in tree in backyard. Bobcat. I mean, dude, if I had little whiskers and a long naked tail, I wouldn't be fucking 100 miles from here. Dude, that owl family alone probably cleans up like, what do you think? 20, 30 rats a night? When I say rats, I mean little furry things. Would an owl pose a threat to Dynor?
Dynor's not quite owl or hawk size.
We figured this, like, and I don't know for sure. I would hate for something to happen to him, but we lived in an area where there were a large number of hunting red-tailed hawks. And those are big birds, big predatory hawks. And we actually watched them kill things in our backyard. They were brutal, but I think Dynor is just big enough that he doesn't trigger that prey instinct in something an owl's size. It's kind of like how a bobcat doesn't get owl strike, right? Like that bobcat last night was about Dynor's size. Probably bigger than Dynor given how much Dynor is fluff, right? So, but right around that, you know, I think he's just right around that size where a predator is not going to attempt him because he's just a little big. If he was like
a chihuahua,
a chihuahua, yeah, especially one of them little teacuppers, oh my God, they'd snatch that right out of the air and carry it off. Them little purse dogs and shit, but Dynor's just not that size. He's an arm load, you know? He's big enough
he's a solid 25 pounds, give or take.
Yeah. But it is something you think about, you know. It's like my mom has a teacup wiener dog that could easily get scooped up by a red tail. Oh yeah, yeah. Like I'm not even lying to you. Like a pug that will get bird strike. Like dogs have to, like, it has to be a pretty big, you know, it has to be a medium, like a low end medium sized dog for a hawk not to consider it a little rat or a little badger or something. No, no, birds can carry way more than you think, and they can kill way bigger things than you think they would. They're not just going after little mouse and shit. If they can bring down like a big badger or, you know, a beaver or something like that, they'll do it. They're smart. Oh yeah, they watch the patterns. They wheel all day calculating, like watching where the prey is going and where it goes back and forth to, and they just wheel. You can watch them. They're fascinating animals. Well, yeah, you're talking about like a harpy eagle. So a harpy eagle will strike something like Dinor, right? A harpy eagle will pick up a fucking goat. So, but luckily those only live in a few
Yeah.
places.
So generally for hawks, owls, and eagles, they say pets smaller than 12 pounds.
Yeah, that's about what we're saying.
Yeah,
You know what I
that's
mean?
about half a dinosaur
Yeah.
size.
Dinor is just over the size that they will consider for a prey strike.
Yeah.
Because he's just, even though they could probably kill him, they don't want to risk it. They can't ascertain that from the sky, so they'd rather not.
But you can get spiky vests for your little dogs. Make like little raptor shield vests.
A lot of people have that.
Yeah.
People that live out in the deep woods that have smaller animals, when they're outside, you put the little vest on them, and it makes it to where an animal can't go after their neck, can't crush their body,
Can't dig into them.
can't pierce into their vitals.
Yeah.
Dude, that's fucking crazy, dude. For dogs, the hood is the woods.
Mm-hmm.
They have to wear a vest to go out. They have to wear a vest to go out in the woods. Yeah, they make all kinds of stuff. Like people that have livestock protection dogs. So we're talking about like Cane Corsos and Doggo Argentos, and these are kind of like guard dogs / livestock protection animals. They'll build these collars on them, right? That have these jagged, raggedy spikes. And that is just if they, because those types of dog will go after a bear, and a bear is going to try and get it by the neck and thrash, and if you've got big spikes coming out of your neck, then the chances of the bear getting a real good hold on you is lower, right? It's also to protect it from other dogs its size, etc. Oh yeah, dude. Certain dogs, especially like working dogs, they're just so close. They're so much closer to wolves than a dog like Dinor, right? In the same way that people bred dogs to be like Dinor, like more docile, smaller, cuddlier, more human dependent. They also bred them, like they took aspects of like the wolf and iterated on making like it more dangerous, right? So they're like, let's make it bigger. Let's give it bigger jaws. Let's give it shorter fur so there's nothing anything can grab onto. Let's give it a shorter tail so that isn't throwing it off balance. Let's Let's breed it to have bigger hindquarters so it can lunge farther. You know what I mean? And let's breed it to have smaller ears so that it has less to grow. You know, its head is sleeker as it goes in for that killing bite. You know what I mean? And you end up with these fucking dogs that are just like everything a wolf has, every violent instinct a wolf has, quadruple, triple down on. You know what I mean?
I think I downloaded all that. Reddit just crashed.
Jesus, Reddit. How dare you, Reddit?
Gotta download just in time.
Yeah. Well, yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, you train your dogs right and they know, you know what I mean? Because a lot of these dogs come with this inherent instinct to herd or to protect the flock. And it's incumbent on the human to let it know what its flock is when it's a puppy. But if you do that, I mean, these dogs, you know, they're never going to harm one of the animals they're there to protect. Ugly? Damn, that's mean. I bet you're not exactly a great looking guy. Let's see a picture of you. Where can we get a picture of you, Andrew? You ever wonder, like, sometimes I wish that life had stats like GTA. You know what I mean? You know how you can open up the stats screen in GTA and you can see how many cars you've exploded, how many helicopters you've crashed, how many people you've beheaded, you know what I mean? All that shit. You ever wish you could like open up the stats screen on like general occurrences? Like when somebody is watching a live stream, right? And they say, dude, that guy's ugly. What percentage of people that do you think that say that are fucking ugly themselves? Like ugly as shit. I'd say it's well over 50%. I can't imagine that like actually hot people come onto live streams and look at other people and go like, ugly. I think that's another ugly guy at least half the time, if not probably like 75% of the time. But I wish we had those types of like stats. It'd be interesting. 100%, you say. I don't know about that. There's probably a couple hot motherfuckers out there that are like, look at this ugly bitch. You know what I mean? And they're just fucking chatted out. But most of those motherfuckers are probably just fat, pimply, like wall-eyed. You know, like got fucking eyes facing two different directions. You know what I mean? Unibrows, patchy hair. You know what I mean? Big, gigantic, warty nose. Missing their two front teeth. Ugly. You know what I mean? Like, what drives a motherfucker to do that, dude? When you're ugly as fuck yourself. The world may never know. Bullies are people who hate themselves. There's a degree of truth to that. Self loathing. Yes. Trying to make it real compared to what? Sack. Talk it to me now. God damn it. Bow, bow, bow. Trying to make it real compared to what? I'm just like, I think that the world is screaming towards this like online public space thing, right? I genuinely think that 20, 30 years from now, there will be no way to anonymously interact, right? Not in public facing social media. You will be who you are. You will be searchable, findable, right? Because the truth of the matter is, uh, people are less likely to talk shit when they've got skin in the game. And politicians know this, corporations know this. They've been pushing for internet real ID in the porn space for a long time, and it seems to have worked in a lot of southern states. That's step one. It won't be long until there is functionally no way for you to interact in these places and hide basic information about yourself. It's going to be a great equalization. And when that happens, there's going to be a lot of people who are left from this generation and the upcoming generation. There's going to be a lot of people left holding the bag because they are not going to know how to interact with human beings. And there's going to be some fuckery in those early, because like right now, people just will say the wildest fucking shit because they feel like there's no repercussions. None of them have read Snowden. You know what I mean? None of them know that every little bit of that information, everything you've ever posted, is appended to your name and backed up in a big data center, and you're adding to it constantly. And no, your VPN doesn't change that fact, right? Like all of this is not theoretical. This is just the truth. But people will still say the wildest shit, knowing, maybe not knowing, that at any moment that shit could be appended to them. And the whole world can see what they look like when they have a little anonymity. And I'm just saying, dude, when that shit starts happening, there's going to be a couple generations of people that are going to be fucked up in the game. How do you think the world will cope with AI and the inability to know what you're watching is real or not? We just did a show about that. Cool. My contribution to the latest batch of patrons only episodes was musing about AI and how people will react to it. And I think one of the fundamental things that I believe about AI is people will not be resistant to it at all. There's never been a leap forward in social media or in website integration or app development. There's never been a leap forward in that people haven't just immediately grabbed and started using, right? It's like when ChatGPT 4 came out. You guys remember there was like, I don't know, like a month where everybody was like, oh my God, it's amazing. It's fucking, the world has just changed. And now people bitch about how slow GPT 4 is. So there's no, there's absolutely no limit to what people are willing to adopt if it is fascinating and technologically advanced enough. Yeah, we talked about that. Let's say that American corporations decide to lock it down, right? And in fact, that is what the American AI development model is closed models with limited public access. The problem is that we're competing directly in this space with China. And China is more than willing to reverse engineer ChatGPT 4 and create their own AI that doesn't have the restrictions, right? And so every time ChatGPT gets better at doing what it does with all the restrictions that are on it, China's AIs get better at doing unrestricted things. So, anyway.